Hello everybody, Low for Machine Tunes here. We're going to take a look at another Season 23 episode, Crowning Around. Who even comes up with these names? They're so bad. Alright, so we need a name for this episode. Any ideas? Why don't we call it Rajiv's Redemption? Get out. What? Get out. I said get out. Okay. Sorry, I'm leaving. Anyway, why don't we call it Thomas Makes a Mistake? But that's already a name of an episode. Oh. Rajiv Makes a Mistake. I love it. I like it. Okay, read another one. How about Crowning Around? Because it's like clowning around, but crowning around. I like it. Man, we're so good at this. So the episode begins with Rajiv having an instant dream sequence about how his crown is the only reason that people like him, which is probably true, but he has trucks bow down to his will. He even has birds make a heart shape next to him. What is this? Wow, is this some type of sad attempt at ripping off timid sheds? I mean, it doesn't even look like it. The only thing that's close is the turntable. Well, the engines are talking casually when one of the engines very subtly brings up the fact that their brakes are not working too well today. It's as if that will come into play in the episode later on, but I don't know. You didn't get that from me.
Good morning to you all. Notice anything different about me?
Did you get a new haircut? Come on, Richie. Don't do that to me. It was just a joke. Come on. It was a joke. Come on. It was a joke. Oh, hi, Ivan. I mean, not Ivan. Well, anyway, Rajiv is pulling a goods train when he accidentally gets hit by a rip-off breakdown train. You didn't think I was going to notice that now, did you? Well, anyway, that causes his crown to fall off. The monkeys start playing around with it, and it ends up landing on a train that Ashimo is pulling. Well, Rajiv then has another dream sequence about how everyone is going to dislike him and hate him because he didn't have his crown. Now, what I do like about this episode is actually quite a bit, in fact. I liked how Ashima and Thomas in this episode are shown to be really good friends to Rajiv, as they basically spend the entire day doing Rajiv's work while also looking for his crown. And I like that aspect of it. I also like how the irony is that the crown is on Ashima, and then throughout the whole episode, it gets taken by monkeys, or something happens to it where the crown gets separated and goes to another train. So it's kind of like they should have been looking, what they were looking for was right in front of them the whole entire time. And I like that aspect of it. And the part I don't like, though, is how Rajiv doesn't do any of his work because he's staying at home. I mean, I understand why he's doing it, because he feels like everyone's going to hate him. But at the same time, though, it's just like, I just feel so bad for Thomas and Ashima and all the other engines. And you know what? Maybe that's what the episode was trying to do, and if that was the case, it worked. I also love the color choice in this episode. Like how in the afternoon they use purple and light pink to show off the sky. It just really works. So good on them. However, the engines with the really broken brakes comes into play at the end of the episode, as it's a runaway train and the knockoff Ivan is gonna get hit by it. But Rajiv comes out of nowhere and saves him perfectly, just in time. And then that other engine just runs into the shed, you know, James style. And then all the other engines congratulate Rajiv, showing how he was really useful, even though he didn't have his crown. And then the controller of the railway comes in and is like, "You did great, Rajiv. You're a hero." And she gave him his crown back. And that's basically it for the story. That's the entire episode. So what were my thoughts on it? Honestly, it wasn't bad. It was actually good. And it wasn't even just okay, it was actually good. Surprisingly enough. Now, of course, I think that the flaws in this episode are pretty big, but I definitely think that the pros outweigh the cons in this episode, as the dream sequence actually does work to progress the story as it should, instead of just giving the audience 10 seconds of weirdness. So I do like that, and this episode has 2 of them, which was unexpected. I do like how this is on a character that we don't know that much, that being Rajiv, and I honestly didn't like Rajiv before this, but I can understand where he comes from. A lot of character development for Rajiv. I'm also not sure about some of the other engines. So I don't only know Rajiv, Ashima, and Thomas, but I do like the other engines, like the engine with the broken brakes and the rip-off Ivan, surprisingly enough. And Thomas, I feel like even though he wasn't the main character in the episode, he was there for quite a bit, because, I mean, that's what they have to do. So, I mean, Thomas honestly could have been out of this episode and it would have been completely fine, but I understand why they did that. Aside from that, the rest was actually pretty good. There were some minor flaws here and there, but overall it was pretty good. The music, the coloring, the lighting, everything was just perfect. It was good. I wouldn't say perfect, but solid. Good. Yeah. So my thoughts overall on the episode was that it was good, minor flaws, but I would definitely recommend all of you, if you were to watch one episode from season 23, it would be Crowning Around, because it was actually quite good. Now with that, on a scale of 1 to 10, I would give it a solid 7. Yeah, I'm surprised myself. Which means Gordon gets the giggles, doesn't he? I definitely still would prefer the Island of Sodor, but what can you do? So anyway, I'll see you all later, I guess, and I don't know, I guess see you all later.